Week 4 of The Artist's Way. So I didn't do the morning pages every day, and I really have no excuse other than just pure laziness. But when I did do them, I was like, okay, what? I skipped like Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and now it's Saturday. I was like, girl, it's really not that bad. It's really not that bad. Like, you very well could have just prioritized it, taking time out of your day, but I'm not gonna be hard on myself. Like, work in progress, you know. But yeah, so this week was really interesting. The assignments that we did was what's the word I'm looking for? Insightful? Yeah, I'd say insightful. It was like time travel to your 80-year-old self, and like, what's she doing? What's something she did at 50 that was like really cool? And then like write a letter from your 80-year-old self to your current self, and then like do the same thing with your 8-year-old self. And I was like, I love this. Like, I feel like it's like a form of manifestation, you know? But I was watching Dochi's video, like, literally just now before I started this, and one thing that she mentioned is that she was, like, always, like, going from one thing to the next, and she was in, like, every sport you can imagine, and I was like, okay, I've played soccer, upward soccer, in, like, first grade, went to one practice, and wanted to quit immediately because I was like, this is too much running, I don't like this, like, I want to go home. But my parents were like, no, like, you're not gonna quit this, like, it's just for one season, we paid for everything already, so you're gonna do it, sorry. And I did it, and like, it was fun, but at the same time, like, it wasn't. I'm just not an athletic, sporty type of person. My sister was always the athletic one. She was the one moving from sport to sport. I was the one moving from creative project to creative project. And so I really related with Dochi on that, where it's like, okay, it's not that I'm quitting, it's just, it's time to move on. I'm bored. Like, what's next, you know? And so that's why, like, in the beginning of this, I was like, I can literally see myself pursuing any form of creation, you know? Whether that be writing, singing, acting, sculpting, painting. Like, I love all of them, and I could genuinely see myself doing any of them, or all of them. But, yeah, I think this is going to be a shorter one, just because I can't think of anything else to say. Let's see. Week 4, let me just, like, read the introduction thingy and see if anything comes to mind. This week may find you grappling with changing self-definition. The essays, tasks, and exercises are designed to catapult you into productive introspection and integration of new self-awareness. This may be both very difficult and extremely exciting for you. Warning, do not skip the tool of reading deprivation. Okay, that's another thing. I skipped the tool of reading deprivation. And again, I really have no excuse other than, like, I just, like, I don't know if it was, like, I intentionally forgot, but it's, like, you know how when you're, like, it's, like, way past your bedtime, and you're, like, I've got to go to bed, and you're, like, okay, these are the things that I need to do tomorrow, and I need to write them down so that I don't forget, and sleep deprived you is, like, way more ambitious than the next day you, and you wake up and you completely forget about the list and you don't do anything. That was me. Whoops. Sleep deprived me was way more ambitious. I was like, okay. And I was like, at the beginning, I was like, okay, so reading for me, I'm not going to deprive myself of reading, like, books, because I've been reading catching fire. I've been reading the Hunger Games series for like the first time ever. I've been living under a rock. This series is fantastic. I'm not going to deprive myself of that reading. I'm going to deprive myself of like social media and like doom scrolling and all of that stuff. And I did the opposite. Yeah, because I do have a lot of online friends, and that is how I keep in touch with a lot of them. I didn't go on Instagram as much as I normally do, but I definitely spent way too much time on TikTok when I definitely should not have. So really have no excuse other than I just forgot. I'm gonna try again this week, and like maybe not completely deprive myself of social media, just because that is how I keep in touch with a lot of my friends, but just like try to limit myself and actually read more, like read, not read. But week 5 I'm really excited for. This week you are being asked to examine your payoffs in remaining stuck. You will explore how you curtail your own possibilities by placing limits on the good you can receive. You will examine the cost of settling for appearing good instead of being authentic. Dochi liked that. I liked that. Not just because Dochi liked that, but because I also prefer remaining authentic rather than just like appearing good. Like in the church, for 20 some odd years of my life, 20, I don't know why I said that, 20 years of my life, it was appearing good. It was all about appearances. You can never make a mistake, especially my dad's a pastor. Like, I don't know if any of you have seen Because of Winn-Dixie, but the dad is a pastor and his wife left him, and one of the things that he said about his wife to his daughter was that she felt like she was like a bug under a microscope or something like that. Yeah, that's how I felt growing up. Appearing good. No, we need to like be authentic. Like, not everyone's perfect, like, but anyway. You may find yourself thinking about radical changes, no longer ruling out your growth by making others the cause of your construction. That is very interesting. Artist prayer. I also made my own. And I will definitely continue to use it. I think it is definitely something that I would like to use in my spiritual practice with, am I allowed to say witchcraft? I mean, I kind of already have said before that I'm like a spiritual woo-woo person. I mean, it is kind of a given that I dabble. But, I like to see how it works out with that. So yeah, I will keep you updated on that. A bit of a shorter video. I really don't have anything else to say and don't want to repeat myself. So I will talk to you next week, and I love you. Bye.